turn on the vents. I don't know if that's too bright. Let me try to increase my volume. Okay. So in today's video, I'm going to be making some fried rice. Actually, some Nigerian fried rice, like the way we do it. I know there are so many fried rice, so that's why I'm choosing to let you know that mine is going to be maybe quite different from what you do. So I'm going to be making fried rice, and I'm going to be making some chicken, some fried chicken. I was thinking of making some stew, but I'm not sure I will be doing that tonight. But let me get started. The stew usually takes time, but if I don't finish it, I'm gonna continue tomorrow. So I'm going to start. This is the rice I'm making. So I'm using the long grain white rice. The first thing I'm gonna do is wash it. Then once I have some meat stock, but I'm still planning to prepare some from the chicken that I'll be frying. Then I can also use it for the fried rice. You can see how I do it. It's quite an easy meal to make once you follow the steps correctly. And to avoid soggy rice, I usually have a few things that I do separately that helps me avoid soggy fried rice. So I'm gonna be, let me grab a bowl. Let me grab my bowl. So this is the bowl. Trying to make sure this is not too much or too small. Should be quite okay. Let me grab some water. I can actually parboil it here with some water. So I'm going to be adding water to the pot. I'm going to parboil the rice before cooking it. I'm from Nigeria. Hello. Yeah, I'm from Nigeria, but I'm currently in the US. I live in the US. Hello. Let me know where you're watching from. So once the rice is parboiled, I'm making, oh, nice to have you here. So once the rice is parboiled, I'm making fried rice. Actually, the Nigerian version of fried rice. Some people might say it's from them, but the reason I had to say Nigerian fried rice is because, thank you so much, you. So the reason I said Nigerian is because someone might say this is not how they make the typical fried rice. So this is the rice. I'm trying to adjust the camera. So this is the rice, the long grain rice that I'm using. I'm trying to parboil it, but while at that, I'm going to season my chicken. So this is the shrimp that I'm using. I don't know if my camera is not faced like it used to. So this is the shrimp I'm using. I didn't bring it out. Oh, thank you so much. So usually my channel is about fashion, lifestyle, home. I still cook a few times I cook. My audience love cooking. So even if you don't love cooking, hello, hi friend. So even if you don't like food, I post fashion content, I post daily outfit inspo, I post other fun contents, even travel. So cooking is just part of what I do on my channel. But thank you so much for wanting. Oh yeah, if you check out my channel, I post a lot of fashion shorts like daily, every day. So not just food. So I was supposed to bring this out on time, even though I did, but it's still frozen. But one thing I do, thank you so much for tapping on the video. So one thing I do is I usually, in order for my rice not to be soggy, I would always microwave my shrimp to remove any excess water. Even if I decide to leave it until I'm ready to put it, it's not gonna defrost and be cleaned the way I want it. So what I do is I microwave it while I'm cooking the rice. Can you give me recipe for weight gain? I just feel when it comes to weight gain, adding more carbohydrates into your diet, it has to do with portion. Then you can add a little more fat into your meal, like you can add extra olive oil to your meal, to your egg. Maybe if you're supposed to, like, usually, not like I'm trying to do like a weight loss, but I'm trying to stay healthy and also watch my sugar, so I'm cutting down on my carbohydrates. But if you're doing weight gain, I would say usually when I'm frying my egg, I usually use 1 tablespoon, like the one we use in eating. But if you are on a weight gain journey, you might use like 2 tablespoons, and that's okay, of oil when frying. Then also some fried foods you can do some chips, you can do some plantains. I don't know if you've tried fried plantains or roasted plantain, you can do it. So carbohydrates would give you more carbs. But if you're on a low carb diet like I am, I try to like cut it down. So maybe you increase hold on. So I'm trying to thaw the shrimps. Hello. Yeah. When I was on like a regular meal, like I was ready to gain weight, then if I'm making oats, I usually take oats. But then if I'm making oats, like if I'm drinking oats, I would usually go with 2 cups. But now, because I'm trying to work on my carbs and reduce my carbohydrate intake, I usually do half a cup of oatmeal, or maybe a little bit over half. So that's one thing maybe you might consider. Let me quickly bring the chicken that I will be using. So I'm right here. So this is the chicken. I was trying to bring it out from the bag. I would have to thaw the chicken. Like I said, I didn't bring out these things on time, so I would just quickly spray some water on it to rinse it out. Hello. Hi. Hello, kitty. Good night, my friend. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, so I'm going to spray some water on it, then I will season it, then get ready to cook and fry. Let me just quickly put some water. So some bell peppers, so I'm just going to quickly slice the bell peppers. Hello. I actually smashed this yesterday when I opened my fridge. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut this. I'll be using this to fry some eggs. I just need the two. Hello, let me know where you're watching from. So, I'm just trying to remove the noise was from the microwave. I'm microwaving the shrimp. I'm trying to thaw the shrimp because it was still frozen, and I tried not to add the frozen shrimp so that it doesn't make the rice soggy. My ugly knife. My ugly was the best knife I have. It doesn't hurt me. That's why I love it. So I'm just going to dice this off. I already have some frozen vegetables that I'm going to be using. So now that I have this parboiled, I'm just going to quickly rinse it off. So I'm just washing the rice. So this is the rice. I haven't gone. I needed to like quickly rinse the rice off so it's all clean. So I'm going to quickly so this is my meat stock, the chicken meat stock I cooked earlier. So most times when I cook my chicken, I save the water for my rice. Yeah, I just decided to do everything last minute. So once the water pours, I'm going to use it to make the rice, then kind of prep the rice for the fried rice before adding the vegetables. Yeah, I know I started pretty late with the cooking. I was contemplating, should I do it in the morning? But I'm going to be going out very early with some of the food, apart from the one that I'll be keeping for my family. So I decided to like cook the food tonight so that tomorrow I wouldn't have to wake up so early to make the food, because I have to leave the house on time. And I'm going with the meal, so I'm kind of cooking the meal for an event, or should I say for something. So I'm making fried rice, vegetable fried rice. I don't know if you've had it before. If you have, let me know in the comments. Have you tried it? Maybe I should do a poll. Have you tried vegetable fried rice? Yeah, if you have, let me know. And I know they have like different ones, Chinese, Japan and all that, but the one I'm going to be making tonight, I think it would be more like Nigerian. Please tap on the video if you're enjoying it. Thank you. So this is where the cooking starts. If you want the rice to be tasty, you have to make sure that the meat stock you're using is actually tasty. So when you're cooking it, when you preparing the chicken, you try to season the chicken properly so that the meat stock will be nice. And if it's not, that means when you're cooking the rice, you have to kind of try the water and see if it needs more salt. So I'm going to cover it for a while. So I saw this deal on what do you call it, on cast iron. So currently Macy's is doing lowest of price ever. They are doing this special sale, and some of the sale on the home items are on cast iron. So I ordered a few. I can't wait to show you guys my new pot set. I ordered 3, but I saw this deal on Costco. 170 pieces of should I say 140 pieces set of pots, kitchen pot set, bakeware, cast iron, and the rest of them, and it sold for $4,999, which we know is $5,000. It's so beautiful. It has stainless steel, it has cast iron. Let me move the pots, let me move the camera so that you can see who's talking, in case you're just new to my channel. My name is Vivian. I create content around fashion, home, and lifestyle. So but on today's video I'm doing cooking. So The deal is good because it has on the set, on the 4,999 set, that Costco is the one selling the set, has stainless steel, and it has cast iron, like cast iron oven, Dutch oven set. It has bakeware. It has what do you call it, for baking, the baking ones. It has even the wooden spoons. It has stainless steel spoons. It has a whole lot of things. It's actually a beautiful deal, but the only thing restricted, even though I know I may not be using everything, is because of the color. The color is blue, but I wanted it in Caribbean blue. Then the pot comes with the pot dividers where I separate the pot from scratching and all that. It's such a beautiful set. Like, it's a great investment if you have the money. I know it's spending a lot for pots, for like kitchen utensils, $5,000, having even salt and pepper shaker, spoons, wooden spoons, cast iron bakewares, pots. It has at least 10 pots or more. I wanted to buy it, but the color one, I'm not sure I need everything on the set, even though I do. So I bought individually the one that I told you I got from Macy's. They are doing sales, and they are cast iron sets. Like, there are 3 pots. I bought 6. I bought the 6 pots. I bought 9. I think I bought one more in between. I think I bought 6, 8, was it 6, 7 and 9 pots. So I can't wait to see what it looks like, but I'm excited. So here is my rice cooking. My rice is cooking with the meat stock. Once the meat stock and the rice is ready, it will be time to make the fried rice in the pan. I'll be using a big pan so that I don't have to fry twice. Some people prefer to use like a smaller pan to fry. So I want to test this to make sure it has the right amount of salt and pepper. So I'm going to be using shrimp salt. So I added like a teaspoon because the sauce, the meat stock was already like had enough spice. I don't want it to be spicy, like hot with pepper, because some of the people eating the rice don't like it spicy, or they may not want it spicy. So more like the rice is the main part of the meal that needs to taste great. Every other thing will just come together when you fry it. So now I'm gonna wash this. I actually have a spoon holder, but sometimes I don't even use it, and it's clean. I do wash it regularly. Like, I'm supposed to place this wooden spoon on this. I'm supposed to place my wooden spoon on this, close to my pot. But sometimes the local Nigerian woman in me will tell me that placing it in a plate is safer. Yeah, I saw that a few people voted. What did you guys vote? Some people, oh, someone voted yes. So you guys have tried the fried rice? Yes, it's so yummy. So I'm making the fried rice. I'm making fried rice, and I'm making some nice chicken, fried chicken, for tomorrow. I have something coming up, and I decided to bring some fried rice. So I'm going to be washing this quickly. Then I would bring I would cut them, and I have some mixed vegetables that I'll be using. They're frozen. I'll also be using some shrimps. Hold on, please. So because we are told we need to wash our bell peppers thoroughly with baking soda. So I'm trying to bring my chopping board, my favorite. So every time I see a new chopping board, I get it. But I prefer this very old one. So this is what the rice looks like. So I'm not going to cook it too much because it's still going to cook with the vegetable. It's almost ready. I'm still going to like cook it properly with the vegetable when I add it. I might still add some water. Because I don't want it too soft and soggy. So I wouldn't cook it to be very soft, because the vegetables will still, when it's added to the vegetables, it will still cook a little bit. So I'm making the rice with my chicken meat stock. That's what is in here. So when it comes to the shrimp that I'm using, I told you guys I was going to defrost the shrimp. It was frozen, so I decided to microwave the shrimp. Let's see the amount of water that comes out from the shrimp when you microwave. I don't know if you can see the plate. So let me see. This is what comes out. So imagine having this amount of water in your rice. It's gonna make it soggy. You don't want it. So the secret tip when you're making fried rice to avoid it being soggy is to microwave the shrimp. Even if you bring it out ahead of time and it's thawed, properly thawed, still put it in the microwave, even if it's just for 2 minutes, to kind of heat out any leftover water in the shrimp. I still have a few left. I'm going to go ahead and microwave the rest. So I'm going to let it drain. I will throw this out. Most of the shrimp just says it has salt and shrimp. So I bet this water has salt. If you're the one that wants to cook with it, that's fine, but I don't cook with it. I just feel the shrimp is okay. It's cooked. So I will leave this here. Then I will go ahead and microwave the rest of the shrimp. I microwaved it for 4 minutes. The reason I did it 4 minutes was because it was frozen big time. So yeah, have you guys had fried rice? What kind of fried rice do you have? Like I said, the rice is almost ready. I'm cooking the rice with my meat stock, my chicken meat stock. And if you're enjoying the video, please tap on the video, tap it and give it a thumbs up. So I'm also going to do the same with the vegetables. I'll try to make defrost the vegetables. So this is my bell pepper. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. I have a cutter, but I feel this one is a lot faster for me sometimes. So I'm just cutting the bell peppers for the fried rice. Once I slice it, I just put it on a straight line and cut. So it's quite easy. That's my cutting tip. That makes cutting quite easy. So I'm done with this part. So I'm just gonna, hello, where are you watching from? Let me know. I think the rice, ouch, the rice is ready. I'm supposed to use my pot holder to I'm just gonna turn off the light. You see how nice the rice looks? I don't know if you can see it. It's still gonna cook. It looks a little hard, but once I add the vegetables, it will be nice and soft. But I don't want it soggy. So this is the rice. It's ready. I'm gonna move it away. I don't want it to cook more, so I'm going to leave it here. Once I'm done cutting the vegetable, so this is the microwaved shrimp that I'm draining. So the shrimp I'm using, I microwaved it for 4 minutes, and you can see the amount of water in the shrimp. I'm going to drain it so that my rice wouldn't be soggy when I add this. So I'm just gonna let the shrimp sit here. For the chicken, I'm trying to find the right pot. Let me get the pan. So this is the pan I'll be using for the rice. I'm going to be boiling the chicken before frying. So this is the chicken. I'm going to put this away because of the size of the pot. I'm putting the rice away. Sorting the chicken. I like to cook my chicken before air frying it. People just like to air fry their chicken directly, but I'd like to do this so that the chicken would cook properly because I don't want to eat some blood. So this is not right. Well, I'm going to follow my guts and just add the right amount of salt. What if it's too much? Then we'll have to start from the beginning. Rinse it off and start again. So I'm adding my mixed spice. This is what I used. Yeah, the chicken is still frozen, but I need to cook it because I need it to start frying like right now. So I'm going to add some curry powder. So this was the same way I cooked my previous chicken just yesterday and got the meat stock that I used to make the rice. So this is the curry. I'm going to add some of this, the bay leaves. Sometimes I add 2 or 3. I add garlic powder. I'm always careful when I'm opening my spices. You know why? So you know it has the scoop part. The part that is bigger before you pour more than you need. So that's why I always I actually have raw garlic and ginger. Excuse me. Then I add my ground ginger. I usually use my raw garlic and ginger for my stew. If I'm making stew, I wanted to make stew this night, but it's just the same stove, the same cooker, and the pots are too big to fit, and they would block the camera if I'm doing that. Maybe I would add some paprika. When it comes to my chicken, I love to season it well. Like this is thyme. If I was making like meal prep for myself, I would have been measuring this. I wouldn't be pouring this. But I'm cooking for like everybody. No. So the way this chicken is not gonna bring out. It's not like the ones that you cook and there is water everywhere, because this was, I think, dry frozen or whatever. There is a method for using. I'm gonna quickly add the onions I have here. I have some onions. So in this pot with the chicken, I'm just going to add my onions. This is my this is my ugly knife. The reason I love it is because it's blunt. It's not like it's not gonna cut you, maybe a little bit, but not the one that you have a whole lot of blood flowing. I have other knives right here, but I don't use them because I'm scared. When I'm cutting with them, I'm overly careful. I don't cut as fast as I want to. It's blunt. Yes, you might be like, why do you like a blunt knife that is boring? I feel safer using this. I keep buying new knives, new sets. I even recently bought my kids some knives. This is the one my kids will be using maybe when we're cutting plantain or we're making something. I got it from Macy's the other day, but it's being sold on Amazon, so if you want to get something like that. But this is scary. I don't want it. They are just for decoration. This knife is as old as, I think this knife is actually older than my marriage. One of my husband's first kitchen items when he married me, but we recently broke the top. Yeah, I guess the way it's looking so blunt. I have a knife sharpener that I bought, but I've never used it. Why should I even sharpen my knife? Why should I even sharpen my knife when I'm scared of it being sharp? Why? Like, why should I sharpen my knife when I have? So I'm going to add some water to this meat. Reason being, it's drying up. It's not cooking. Because like I told you, I think the meat was kind of freeze dried or whatever. They didn't store it with any extra water like the ones you see. They store it with water and salt or something. So now let me focus on the vegetables. I still have the carrot to cut, then we're ready to make the rice. This, I don't have to worry about this because it's going to the air fryer once it's ready. just cutting the bell peppers. Today was just a slow day for me. Just to walk, pick up the kids from school. Actually, one kid. I do only pick up just one kid. My other kid rides on the school bus. Then after pickup, I took my daughter to the bank, to the ATM to deposit a check. I taught her that if you have just a little check or you have just a little money that you want to pay in, you go through the ATM. But if you have a huge amount of money, like a backpack full of money, I don't know where you're going to get that. But if you have a backpack full of money, you can go into the bank. Or if you're having an issue like an emergency, she asked me if the backpack full of money is an emergency. I told her it depends on where you got the money from. But I don't hope she gets that kind of money. Or if there's something you can do about the business, I don't want to teach her like start telling her if you want to borrow money from the bank, because she's just a 4-year-old, so she's not going to understand. Like if you want to do some certain transactions, you have to go into the bank. So I just kept it like, if you want to withdraw some certain amount of money, if you want to put some certain amount of money, you have to go into the bank. Yeah, so after that we just came home, had a slow evening, and everybody's snoring. Hello, where are you watching from? Have you tried fried rice before? If you did you like it? So I'm making fried rice. And if you're enjoying the video, please tap on it. Thank you. Do tap, tap, tap. You know, when I was younger, I used to wonder like how people could put something in the ATM machine and they wouldn't come back anymore. I keep wondering like, where did the paper go to? Where did the check go to? Until I figured out that there's someone actually in charge of having it like come into the bank. It passes through like a channel and it goes into the bank. So right now I'm cooking my chicken. I'm going to, once the chicken is ready, I'm going to be air frying it. I didn't bring out the chicken on time. I'm always guilty. So I'm trying to cook and thaw at the same time, which is may not be the best thing. Why does this chicken have some hairs? I did wash it, though not like I would if it was thawed. I don't like seeing hairs on the chicken, but they will tell you that sometimes it makes it look like it's natural. Oh Lord, have mercy. I know it's too late to be cooking, but I don't want to do this in the morning because the food is going to be needed very early in the morning. To make some stew tonight, like some tomato stew. I was like, maybe some of the time, sometime, because when I'm frying my stew, I fry it on the lowest heat to the last one, the one that says low. because I don't want it to burn and be tasting very bitter. Excuse me, very, very bitter. The next thing I'm just gonna cut is my onions, and I'm thinking of cutting some carrots, even though the mixed veggies I have has carrots. Buying organic carrots that are not cut can be hard for me. I wish somebody could cut it for me. They are delicious, they are nice, but I'm just too lazy to cut carrots. We usually buy the very small carrots and the kids chew on the carrots, the finger carrot, the very one that are short. So this is my, let me throw this out. So this is the vegetable I'm using is frozen, and like I said, I usually microwave my vegetables a little bit so that the excess water in it can go out. I try not to make it too soft so that it wouldn't be meshy. Why is this misbehaving? Microwave sometimes can. What's happening? I'm gonna use my other microwave. My main microwave decided to act up. I'm like, okay. So I think the issue is from the door. My problem with buying this kind of carrots is cutting it. This is organic, it's nice, it's this, it's that. But it's been in my fridge for close to a month, if not a month. And I'm thinking of who is gonna scrape it, cut it. I'm just gonna cut. Maybe I will just wash it and find a way to freeze it, maybe so that I don't lose this very nice organic carrots. Just going to quickly wash this, scrape it, and bring it back for So the chicken is getting ready and fair. I think I should use this. I'm not gonna cook it to be too soft because I'm still going to be frying. Sometimes I feel these chickens are too big. I'm like, I know it says organic, but are there really chickens this big? Like real chickens? I don't know if you can see the pot. I think the pool was covering it. You know, sometimes one of the reasons I don't just air fry is if you air fry this, I know it will take time, it will cook and all that, but I have this feeling like the way the blood is, it doesn't cook well. When it comes to my meat, I like it like fully cooked. I don't know if you can still see the pot. Especially when it's cooking and you're seeing this blood. Let me bring in the veggies. So this is what my microwave veggie looks like. You will see some water in it. I'm going to drain it, and you can see it's still very greenish, just the way it was. I'm just going to drain it. I have a smaller seed. So this is the big one. I don't want to use any more new seeds. I wanted to use this, but I'm like, this is not necessary. So since this one is already drained, I'll just quickly transfer it. Uh-oh. So I'm going to drain this and I'll be back. So this is right here, draining some excess water. So the shrimp, the mixed veggies, the bell peppers and the carrots, and we are ready to start cooking the fried rice. We're making it or frying it or whatever English you want to use. And the onions. I'm just scraping the carrots. So the carrots, yeah, this is the onions that I'm going to be using the size. Have you tried some fried rice before? I'm just gonna wash it. So for the meat, let's check the meat. I think the meat is kind of cooked, but I'm going to be air frying it soon. So let me see if the blood that I was seeing has already gone. It's getting nice and well cooked. Just a few There's still a little blush. When people eat like very soft chicken this way, I'm like, how do you do it? So once I'm done with this cutting, the rice is set to get started. What a friend told me tonight, and I was laughing. She was warning me. Well, she was trying to warn me. She mentioned all her names, that her grandma, her dad, her mom, everybody gave her up to 5 names. You know, like all those, just like saying Vivian, Marilyn, Caroline, Catherine, Margaret, all the names that was given to me by uncles and auntie. She told me that she's warning me with God's name, that I should not try what I wanted to do. Oh God. It was about the flight that I booked. So I wanted to change the flight to a different one because I saw a cheaper flight. She told me I should not try that airline. She was you know when someone is begging you with all her names. I just remembered something she said, and I'm just giggling to myself, like laughing. She said if she doesn't say it that way, I wouldn't know how serious she is, like the intensity of the warning. So since I'm almost done with the carrots, I'm going to quickly bring my air fryer beans in for the chicken. This is my least favorite part. My least interesting part of cooking. Cutting carrots, cutting spinach. Spinach is the worst. I don't like cutting spinach because it makes my fingers green. Even though they wash off. I didn't like it growing up. Especially when my mom would tell me to cut ugu. I don't know if you can still see me. The chicken is ready. Now it's time to fry the rice. Let the fried rice cooking begin. I'm going to turn off the chicken. I just put the smoke on you guys' face. So this is the chicken. You can see that the blood is no longer red. So this is the chicken. I'm going to put it in the air fryer to fry, to dry a little bit and look nice. this is my air fryer bean. This is my air fryer bean. My husband is always to my rescue. He makes sure this air fryer beans are clean and ready to be used whenever I need them. Sometimes when I use them, I'll be like, I'm gonna wash it later, and I leave it until last minute. So he's always like saving me and making sure they're all clean. So I'm putting them in the air fryer bin to air fry them. I don't even know what they taste like. They do taste good. Like I said, I like to add enough spice to my chicken to season it. The meat stock from this chicken, I will still be using it for maybe pasta, for fried rice. That's why I like to cook my chicken. Another reason I like to cook my chicken before frying is that I want it to be cooked. I don't want to drink any fluid that is reddish in color. We all know the name. Imagine you drinking chicken blood. Some yummy chicken blood. I'm trying to make sure that bean would fit. I think I used this too. Once I set this going, then you will just know that the rice is ready, because when it comes to fried rice, because the rice is already cooked, you are all set. I'm supposed to put one more this side. I think I made it work. Then this is my newest meat stock for maybe pasta, for rice, for anything that I'll be making for the family or the kids. My daughter likes them. So this is the chicken. I'm going to put it in the air fryer to fry for about 15 minutes. Okay, now that it's cooking, I'm gonna quickly put this away. Now we're ready. This is time to fry. This is the pan I'm using. I could have used the other pan if I wanted, but so let me focus it on the pot so you can see what I'm doing. I don't know if you can see the pan. Okay. My avocado oil. because of the size of the rice. The rice is already boiled. It's some chicken stock. I shouldn't be doing this, even though whenever I do it I get hot. The onions will drop in and splash some oil on me. But I don't learn my lesson. I should slice this in a plate. Actually, in order to save myself some time, I should do my shrimp first. I forgot I haven't fried my shrimp. So back to what we are doing. Some people would have continued with that, but I didn't want to. Hello, please let me know where you're watching from, and please tap on the video if you're enjoying it. Some people would have just continued and used another pot to fry the shrimp, but girl, I don't like washing a lot of dishes when I cook. Please tap on the video. I know a few people said they've eaten fried rice. Some say they haven't. But this is me making fried rice. My kids love shrimp, especially my boy. So, apart from the one that I would put in the rice, I'm going to be saving him some nice and crunchy ones. Nice crunchy shrimp. He just likes to chew on it. He doesn't like it soft. He likes it dry. So I guess that was a sign for me to cut my onions. Cut your onions. Cut them. So while that is cooking, I'm right here cutting my onions and watching my shrimp. Right. I'm glad I actually remembered very early that the shrimp wasn't fried. And like I said, if your shrimp is always filled with water or get soggy when you're cooking it, always microwave it. So whether it's thawed or it's not thawed, if it's thawed, microwave it for 2 minutes. You can see, even though I did thaw it and fry it, there's still some water in it, and that is the way to save time, to avoid it being too soft. Some people prefer maybe to add pepper, to add, the only thing I add to my shrimp if I want sometimes is salt. Even if you don't cook the shrimp with anything. Reason being, I think whenever they buying the cooked one, it already comes cooked. And I think they do add some salt to it. So this is a step in the fried rice. You have to fry your shrimp Some people prefer not to fry it, but I don't like it this soft. I have to move this to here. So when you're making the rice for the fried rice, so I first pre-cooked it. Do not make it to be too soft. Remember when I made this rice and it was as if it wasn't done? Now it's looking like I cooked it properly, because while it's getting cold, the steam from the rice would cook it properly, and you don't want it too cooked because it would become soggy or too soft or mushy. So if you want it crunchy, nice, just cook it lightly and let it cool down. Don't cover it when it's cooling. Don't cover the rice after boiling it or after cooking it. But I cooked this rice partially with my chicken stock, the water from my chicken. This is the chicken that I recently boiled, the one that is actually air frying. You can hear the sound of the air fryer. So this is what it looks like. I added mixed spice, ginger garlic, paprika, onions, bay leaf, salt. I don't use seasoning cube. Salt, ginger garlic. What did I mention? So the shrimp is almost ready. If you notice when you're cooking when you're frying your shrimp and it's getting ready, it starts getting smaller, kind of shrinking. I know a few people will be wondering why I love to cook at night. That's one of the times I work in the day, so I try to cook at night when I'm not distracted, and also that's the only time I can just go live without any distraction. And also that's the time my kids wouldn't be in my video. Like I mentioned, my kids know my content, so I try not to get them into my videos a lot. I can't be doing this during work time when I'm working, and even if I'm doing that, even if I'm cooking, I can't go on live because I'm supposed to be working. So evenings are a great time. I had a church program that ran until 8:30, and by the time I was done, I started cooking pretty late. So the shrimp is a little crunchy. I like it well fried. So someone asked me for a weight gain diet. This could be one, the fried rice. The reason being, you use a little bit more oil than you would normally use. Like I use oil to fry the shrimp. I would add a little bit for the vegetables. There are some in the meat stock, the chicken meat stock that I use for the rice, plus the one in the chicken. So it's a high fat diet, which could actually like improve, help with the weight gain. I feel like having a shrimp. So it's nice. It's time to transfer it. I think it's ready. I don't know if you can see the shrimp. It's ready. I'm just going to go ahead and transfer it into the pan before I fry my onions and the other vegetables. Then I will add it back at the final stage. Oh Lord, I should be sleeping. Okay. Now I'll add a little bit of oil. And fry the onions. So I'm frying the onions. So you fry the onions until fragrant. So I'm just frying the onions. this carrot is a little bit more crunchy than the one that came with the mixed vegetables. The carrot is so delicious. If only I would have the strength to cut the whole bag and store it. So I'll go ahead and end this. You can see the carrot that came with the vegetable is a little too soft. Please, if you're enjoying the video, please tap on it. Thank you. And if you don't mind, you can let me know where you're watching from. Let me quickly check on the chicken and see how nice it's frying. So this is what the chicken looks like. I still want to fry it a little bit. I tried using the way this thing burns your skin if you're not careful. I tried using my hand to turn the chicken and it burns my skin. Meanwhile, I have a hand knitting. So sometimes I usually sprinkle a little of my mixed spice on it. Then I pour in my bell peppers. Sometimes I pour in this last when the rice has already been added. But I don't want it too fresh in case the people eating it look at how brown and golden the chicken looks. It looks so nice. See the chicken. I'm just going to flip it with the last remaining 2 minutes and let it cook the other side. So now it's time to add the rice. I'm gonna go ahead and add the rice. Sometimes I add some chicken, some fried chicken, but like I said, I don't want to make it too fancy because I'm making this for some people, some friends. But if I was making it for my family, I would have added a whole lot of things. Please tap on the video if you're enjoying it. Give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate that if you can tap. I'm going to turn down the heat because of the continuous stirring so it doesn't burn. It doesn't burn a lot. It's still gonna burn, but not too much. So I'll just pick out some of the rice. You can see that the sound has stopped. That's the air fryer. Hi love, I'm doing alright. Hello. Hi Adi. Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't showed up here like I used to, but the workouts, the styling. I'm just going to go in and pour in this. That scooping thing is not working. It's taking me forever. I don't know if for anyone that joined my last live, if you noticed when I cooked my turkey fried rice, it wasn't this way. I told you guys that was for me, and there was something different about the recipe because it was a low calorie kind of rice. I'm trying to make sure the whole rice mixes with the vegetables. You know, you would think I had a whole lot of vegetables going on, but now you can barely see them. But I like the way it is. Like I said, when you're making food that is not just for your family, you have to make it like simple, nice, and sweet. I make sure I do not add any pepper in this because I know how some people tell it spicy. But for me, I was making this for that family. I'm gonna be adding it some nice pepper because in Nigeria we eat pepper. Even though my tribe we don't eat a lot of pepper, there's a tribe in Nigeria that loves pepper, the Yorubas. Like their meals are hot. You'll be eating it, sweating and drinking water. And they make one of the nice jollof rice. But for the soups, leave it to an Igbo woman. She would handle it well. I reduce the heat so that it doesn't have a lot of burning. So, last but not the least, I said I wanted to keep some for my kids. I'll add it to their lunchbox tomorrow. It should be okay. So I think I need a little bit of salt. So the rice is basically ready. That's why it was good to fry the shrimps, because like I mentioned, it's just the last part of the cooking. So the shrimps are inside the rice, and tomorrow I will serve it in a foil pan with the chickens, with the fried chicken. So you can see the rice are still individual, like individually cooked. They are not soggy. So it's basically like you're frying the rice. So I'm glad I'm done with the cooking. I'm not gonna have to wake up so early to start cooking. It will just be a drop of time for my kid. Then dress up and I'm good to go. I'll probably do my makeup in the car while my husband is driving. But I guess and I hope they will love the rice. You know, when you choose to bring something different from what everybody is bringing, you have to make sure it's nice. So the rice is ready. I have shrimp, I have bell peppers, I have other veggies. Let me quickly. quickly get a spoon. You can see my hands are red from turning it. Yeah, I have a very sensitive body or skin. It's nice. Tomorrow I'm gonna quickly warm it up and pack it in the foil plate. So I can tell you at this point that the rice is ready. You can see the steam, the hot steam coming out. So I'm going to turn off the light, turn off the cooker. Yeah, so this is my rice. I know maybe you have tried a different kind of fried rice, but this is my Nigerian fried rice. We add shrimp, we can add chicken, we can add beef, a few other things, and you will see that the rice is not soggy because of some of the tips I shared. I will still post the video. If you're enjoying it, please tap on the video, give it a thumbs up, tap tap tap. I just turned off the cooker. Let me bring the chicken so you see what it looks like. This is our beautiful brown chicken that we'll be using to serve this. Some nice crunchy chicken. I might fry it a little bit tomorrow, like warm it up with the air fryer. So I'm gonna quickly, I'll transfer it into one of the storage plates and put it in the fridge so that it doesn't get bad. I have a big storage plate. Like my fridge is literally filled with food. In fact, I'm glad I was very intentional about turning down the fire. This would have burned. Like some people have their own burning so bad. It still tastes nice. They eat the burnt parts, but and that is it for our fried rice. I'm just gonna go ahead and tidy up, rinse out my stuff, drink some water. Currently sweating from the cooking and everything. Yeah, thank you so much for everyone that tuned in. Thank you for everyone that voted. Oh, you guys still went ahead and voted. So many people said they haven't tried the fried rice. You should. So if you want to eat some nice fried rice, it's either you go to a Nigerian, let me close my. So if you haven't tried fried rice and you're planning to make it, I will post this video. You can try it. The same steps are simple. I didn't. The only thing that I did differently, which I showed you how I made, was the meat stock that I used to cook the rice. So the meat stock is just basically the meat that it needs to be thawed. Even though my lazy self didn't remember to bring it out on time, so the meat that is thawed, you add your spices. I usually add my dash mixed spice. Some people have different types. This one they sell it at Walmart. Excuse me. They sell this at Walmart. So this is one of my favorite. This, it doesn't have any salt. Some of them say garlic and herb. I do not use seasoning cubes, not because it's bad to use them. Some people say they love it, but I just think I have a lot of information about it that makes me not want to use seasoning cubes like no Maggi, all those Ajinomoto. I've read a whole lot of things and I've learned a whole lot of things. So I have a bachelor's in food science and technology, but that's a story for another day. So I did some research work, and that's your story for another day. So I prefer to use mixed spices. If you can make yours, that's all right. Which is basically ginger, garlic, oregano, thyme, mustard, rosemary, cayenne pepper, dried onions, things you can find and blend together, and dried carrots, orange peel. These are things that I hear, except they are lying, but I know people that make their spices themselves. So this is what I use. I use curry, I use thyme, I use cayenne pepper, sometimes I use paprika. This is what I prefer to use and season my food. And this is another brand, another type of the brand. It's called this you can use it for anything, soup, rice, every single thing. So this is what I use to season the chicken. Added onions, added the thyme and all that. The chicken boiled and it had the meat stock. Then you add your washed rice. I used to just wash my rice 3 times with hot water or cool water, but I started hearing something about arsenic and whatever lately. My husband is the one that parboils the rice, like put it on fire, allow it to boil for a few minutes, wash it, then start cooking it again. And I heard if you're working on your blood sugar, doing that is actually a great way to kind of convert the starch to resistant starch. When you cook it first, you rinse it out, you cook it, then put it in the fridge before you eat it, in the freezer or in the fridge before you eat it. That is a great way to kind of convert the starch. So recently I started parboiling my rice. So the parboiled rice was what I added to the meat stock from the chicken, and I cooked it and it was ready. So I set it apart. Then I made sure my shrimp was thawed, defrosted. Then even though it was still frozen, even if it's thawed, I still like to put it in the microwave and thaw it properly. That way excess water can come out. So because if you are not very careful with fried rice, especially your veggies and your shrimp, it's gonna be filled with water and it wouldn't be looking like this. Even when this cools, the rice is still gonna be individual, like individually cooked. That's what you want. You don't want it soggy, especially for someone like me who is still gonna microwave it tomorrow morning before I pack it. So I cooked it lightly with just little meat stock and it was ready. I set it apart. I fried my shrimp. This is how I fried my shrimp. I like it crunchy. I have some leftover shrimp for my kids to chew. They like to chew on the shrimp. Yeah, it's yummy. The only thing I added to the shrimp while I was cooking it was salt. Then I cut my bell peppers cut my carrot. I had some organic carrot, long ones. Then I have the mixed vegetables, the ones they sell in the bag frozen. That was what I poured inside a bowl and thawed it in the microwave. It was frozen, so I microwaved it for about 3 minutes. It thawed. I sieved it with my stuff to remove excess water from the veggies. Like I said, always remove the excess water. After everything was ready, I poured my some oil in the pan, about 2 tablespoons of oil in the pan, fried my onions, fried the carrot, added the mixed vegetables. After it was like well fried, I added my bell pepper, stirred a little bit, added the rice that was already cooked, and kept on turning until I felt it was properly mixed. You can see it's still hot. Until I felt it was properly mixed, then I added my fried shrimp. This is the fried shrimp. You can see the bell peppers are still, you don't fry the bell peppers for too long. You can see the bell peppers are still very fresh. I used green and yellow. Okay, this is orange, whichever, I think yellow. So because there's another shade, another bell pepper that is darker, that is more like carrot. So I fried it, kept on stirring. Don't cover, because if you cover it, it's going to cook, kind of boil with the steam. So I fried. Even if you cover it, just let it just be for 2 minutes. So I kept on stirring, get sure I was stirring and stirring until the rice was thoroughly mixed with the vegetables and the shrimp. And that is it. If you needed to add some salt, if you needed to taste, if you wanted to add pepper, you can add. But because the people I'm making it for, they may not want it spicy, I decided that I wasn't going to. I had to ask the I'm just trying to be like, I had to ask the Holy Spirit to help me not to remember my pepper, because I like to add, not like I like my food very spicy, but I like to add some decent amount of pepper to my food. But this is not just my food. I have some for the kids. I'm going to split the food for my family and the one I'll be taking out for the event tomorrow. So if somebody wants pepper in my house, they can add. Hello lilies. Hi lilies, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I'm making fried rice. I just got done with making the fried rice and it's very tasty and nice. So yeah, that's how I made my, should I call it Nigerian fried rice? I know you may have tried the Chinese, other places they have different types of fried rice. So when you hear fried rice, you can check a Chinese restaurant. It might taste differently because they do add the soy sauce, the Italian sauce and all that. I try not to add all those. It makes the food taste great, but I try to keep it simple. Like I said, soy sauce, seasoning cubes, I'm very careful when I'm using those. Please tap on the video if you're enjoying it. So I try not to add all those soy sauce, but the Chinese, the Japanese, they do add the soy sauce, the Japanese sauce to their fried rice, but I didn't add that. This is basically the Nigerian fried rice. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to pack it in the plate, and in the morning I will warm it up, put it in a 4-pan, and we're good to go. I will try to show up here maybe on Sunday, and maybe we could do some workout, we could do some fun time, some chat. I can do some styling video. It's been a while I styled some video, and I can't wait to show you guys what I got for my anniversary, my 9th anniversary. I got a special gift from my husband and I love it. I can't wait to unbox it, and a few other things I got for myself too. I've worked hard. It takes a lot of intentionality and all that to make something succeed. So I decided to get myself some nice things for the fall, plus what I got for my anniversary, what I got as an anniversary gift. I didn't get anything for my husband. I know, I'm covering my face. I shouldn't say that, but he doesn't like anything. He likes some nice food. I made him a nice meal. He loved it. He even sent me like a message, and he knows why I made it. He would choose a nice meal over whatever clothing or shoe or bag or wristwatch you buy. And he has a lot of fragrances, a lot of perfume. So I decided to just make him something nice. The anniversary still continues. It was last week, Saturday. I could still make him something nice. He likes some nice meals. He likes to eat healthy. He prefers homemade meals. Though we go out often to eat too, like every few times to eat. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for every one of you that watched. Thank you, Lilies. Thank you, Adi. Thank you, Hello Kitty. Thank you, Yo Yo. Yo Yo is me. I don't know how to say this name. I know you've told me before, but next time, please remind me your name. Thank you for every one of you that commented. Thank you for everyone that tapped on the video, even for the people that participated in the poll that said they've had the fried rice and a few said they haven't. I do appreciate every one of you. Thank you for your likes on my video, on my short, and thank you for sharing my videos too. It means a lot. It helps my channel grow. It helps me to see engagement on my channel. I appreciate you. Next time I will try to start the cooking on time. I started pretty late, almost around 10, around 9:40 or so. I had a church program going on, and by the time we were done and I started cooking, it was a little too late. I will be making some nice meals, especially for myself who is on a diet. I'll be meal prepping, so I will show you guys my meal prep. If you're trying to watch your sugar, if you're trying to eat healthy, eat more of vegetables, proteins, less carbs. Yeah, that's the kind of meal I'm on. More protein, more fiber, less carb. Thank you so much for the time. Do have a great evening and have a great Thursday. Today is Wednesday. Have a great Thursday. Good night.